Hello. Hi. I bet y'all wondering, well, who is you? But you don't recognize the voice? You don't recognize this voice? It's me, Simply Desmond. There's finally a face to this voice that you be hearing all the time. We've had to switch things up, honey. It's 2020. We can't just be behind a black screen anymore. So here we are. This, my lovely people, is LACRESHA. Say hello.
Hey.
I'm super excited. I've been wanting to include our faces for a while, and we're finally able to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 12, Episode 5, Gay's Anatomy. So, overall, LACRESHA, what did you think of today's episode?
It was a good episode.
I enjoyed today's episode. I really did.
It was a good episode. Like, it had, like, really high highs.
Mm-hmm.
And there were not really too many lows.
Really, it's like, I think this is the most notes I've written ever.
Right.
For this show. Well,
Yeah.
since we started reviewing it. So this week our special guest judge was the one and only Normani. Round of applause for Normani. Love her. How did she do as guest judge this week?
She did good.
Baby, they've been coming through with these guest judges.
They really have.
Nikki
Yes.
did great.
Excellent.
Normani did great.
Excellent.
Girl from Norbit did great.
Dandy Newton.
Robin was there. Just being honest. Just being honest. All right. Well,
And then, you know, the piece de resistance.
Who? Who's that? Oh, was that the one from last week? You didn't say nothing.
Are you talking about, no ma'am. He forgot. Anyway.
Let's get into today's episode. So we're right off of Rock's Elimination, which I still call utter bullcrap on.
Yes,
bull
unfair.
Crap.
Unfair.
Unfair. Undeserved.
I mean, she
cancel
made,
season 12. Like, I'm just over it at this point.
She made good statements and stuff on Twitter. I was reading throughout the week, you know.
Yeah.
And she was very gracious and, you know, hey, Callie, what's up?
If you can't tell, she's from that state of California.
Yes.
Where are you now? Where are you now?
I'm in Texas.
In the grand old state of Texas. The grand. Anyway, so they're back in the workroom. Berta's talking about, I'm going to do better. Nah, I'm going to be that bitch. Girl, I'm so over Berta.
I am too.
I am so over Berta at this moment.
She's pulling one of those things where she thinks her name is going to get her far.
And that's not going to work, honey.
And
you need the talent. Where's the talent?
No.
I'm looking for it.
Really?
Can you give me the talent, please?
So far, her acting skills and her lip syncs have not been what you would think somebody with that caliber of a name would have.
Well, I'm really glad that Jada brought up the fact that Aiden should have been in the bottom two.
Yes,
I am so glad that they brought it up. They discussed it. Aiden's like, yeah, I wasn't though. Look at me with my same wig that I wore 50 times this season already.
No, that was a different wig.
No. Well, that one, yes. I'm talking about later.
Yeah, later. Yeah, she gets on my nerves with that little pixie cut wig. But Aiden, yeah, she's got this this thing that just makes me not like her.
Oh yeah, I don't like her at all. But here's the thing, going in, I want to say I liked Aiden. Did I like Aiden on the way in?
I don't think you liked her show look, like the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I don't think you were a big fan of that, and I don't think you were a big fan of the punk look either.
No, I remember the punk look. I liked the punk look.
You liked your punk look?
I remember that punk look. She gave me the life I needed. She did.
Right.
But yeah, that red, white, and blue look was just like safe to me. Like it was just, look, I'm here. And I want to say I called her to be out early in the season.
I thought she'd have been out early in the season.
Well, it's still early in the season, honey. We're only 4 weeks in.
Right.
And 5 weeks in. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
5 weeks in. We just say goodbye to the third queen. I think she's going next.
I hope she goes next because I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm just like,
Well, right now she's bringing the drama, so it's just like they're going to keep her around until other drama starts to kick in, and then they'll get rid of her.
The funny thing I feel about Aiden is she's extremely full of herself, and she does
extremely full
not
of
need to
herself.
be. She doesn't have a right to be full of herself at all.
She has rubbed me the wrong way this season, and I'm ready for her to go to the house, back to Atlanta, not even Atlanta, somewhere in Georgia. Bye.
Go home.
It was nice to know you, but I do not want to do it again, okay?
No.
I did not follow her on Instagram or Twitter. I think she's the only queen from this season that I didn't, minus Sherry Pie.
I haven't followed her either.
I unfollowed Sherry Pie because I originally did before the whole controversy came out. I went and unfollowed her.
I don't think I followed her at all.
I did. I followed her on both Instagram and Twitter. I went to make sure that I unfollowed her. Oh, no money looks good. I'm sorry. She just popped up on the side of the screen there. Okay, so it's the next morning. I live for Widow. She's like, I'm awake. I'm here. That means it's a new day. Let's do it. I love that type of positivity.
Yes,
I really
Widow
do.
is my favorite.
Yeah, she's giving me what I need this season.
She is just
like,
gorgeous in and out of drag.
She's really giving me first big girl winner right now, and I'm super excited about that. I really thought it was going to be Eureka. Eureka O'Hara. Mm-hmm. I really thought she was going to win season. What was her season? 10? She was on 9, got hurt, came back for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really thought she was going to win season 10. I didn't think Aquaria was. Sorry, she was boring to me. There was no flavor. There was none. But that's not the conversation we're having right now.
Right.
But they didn't have a mini challenge this week.
No, they didn't.
How do you feel about that?
Considering how much time and effort needed to go into the acting portion of the Maxi challenge, I understood why there was no mini challenge.
Yeah, but you haven't watched the past few seasons. But the reason why it went from an hour to an hour and a half was mostly so that they could fit in a mini challenge, because they eventually cut the mini challenge out. And I want to say season 10 was that first season to make sure that the mini challenge was back every episode. Although one mini challenge has not returned. RuPaul, hi, how you doing? Everybody loves puppets. Everybody loves puppets. Can you please bring that back? Will you shut up? RuPaul sees what I'm talking about. Can you please bring that back to me? Because I need that.
The puppets.
Everybody loves puppets. And they brought it back for the UK.
They did.
So yes. Oh yeah, you didn't watch UK either. God, what have you watched?
Whatever you've purchased.
Don't me, because you can purchase some too. Oh, I see where we are. Anyway. So RuPaul comes in giving me Dr. Realness. Like he's coming to check our temperature. Let me open up my mouth. Oh, you didn't like the look?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you didn't like it. I was going to get heartbroken.
No.
The way you were looking at me.
Always looks good.
Always. Not always.
There's some looks that are questionable. Some makeup choices.
Raven. We can't blame Ru on that. That's
I know. That's what I'm looking at, Raven.
Anyway, so instead of doing a mini challenge,
RuPaul is a lovely chocolate queen. You do not need to make her raspberry.
Well, since there wasn't a mini challenge this week, RuPaul had the pit crew come out with these little cute little pink pill bottles, and inside there were pink pills and there was silver pills. There was only 2 pink pills. The 2 pink pills represented who will be the ones setting the characters for the acting challenge that they're fixing to do, Grey's Anatomy. And if you know me, I'm a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, so this was right up my alley.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It was like, Grey's Anatomy, this is the best of both of his worlds.
Come on. And I got some things to say about that acting challenge when we get to it. But anyway, so it was Gigi and it was Nikki Doll who got to pick the roles for everybody. Now, I wrote down the roles that they picked.
Good.
So, Meredith Grey was played by Jackie Cox. Meredith Grey 2 was played by Jen. Tizzy Stevens was played by Gigi. Mimi Dearest was played by Widow. Baby Gay, was played by Nikki Doyle. Sandra Oak was played by Berta. Penny was played by Aiden. Mother Gay was played by Sherry Pie. Rhonda Shrimes was played by Jada. And then Crystal and Heidi played these two patients who came in with a fork stuck in between them. Oh.
Small role,
but we'll get to that.
But they killed it.
Now, I don't agree. I'm a hush. Anyway, so when the queens announced the roles that each other queen was going to play, Aiden and Widow did not like the roles they were given. Everybody else was okay. They were like, okay, cool. But Aiden and Widow did not like their roles. And I can understand that, especially if you read the script and you're like, ooh, I really want this character.
Yeah, and
I know Sherry Pie wants it too, but like, I really want it. And in Widow's case, she didn't even mention Mimi Dearest. That was Aiden who wanted it.
She did.
And they felt like she couldn't deliver in that role, which I'm so glad.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Now, they made a good casting call on that. Honestly, they really did.
Yeah.
But now they're sitting here and they're going over the parts that they just gotten. And I was kind of upset that they didn't announce Crystal and Heidi's part. They didn't announce what part Jada had. They just kind of let those three parts. I guess they edited them out. I don't know.
Well, no, they kind of did because Jada said that was the part she wanted.
Yeah. But with Crystal and Heidi, you didn't know until... I
didn't know until...
actually watching it, because when they were shooting it, you still couldn't really tell what their role was. They just came in with a giant fork stuck in between them.
Right. Well, I mean, when the challenge was announced, they did say, oh, you'll play either the doctor or various patients. So I kind of assumed that since they didn't have a big name, that they were probably going to just be patients.
And that's what I wrote down when I eventually went down, when we got to it and they aired the challenge. That's what I wrote down, the two patients. I couldn't even remember the patients' names.
I don't think they had names.
I think they mentioned them at the end when they got separated. They said what their little group name should be from here on out.
Something North and
something.
Sorry, we didn't pay that close attention.
They still did a great job.
They did.
So RuPaul comes through. And I'm so glad we got the walkthrough, because that's one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Yeah, because I missed that last week.
Yeah. When Ru comes through and pretty much reads you or tells you you're doing a great job. Most of the time she's reading bitches.
Right.
She's like, really?
I wanted to see what nickname she was going to give Heidi this week.
I really think Heidi should pick Heidi Ho. I think that would be funny. I really think by the end of the season, Heidi is going to choose a different name, because Ru was really pushing for her to change her name. And she even said it in the first episode. You can call me whatever you want as long as you cut me a check. And I ain't mad at that.
No, you can't.
So if you want to be Heidi Ho, okay.
You want me to be Heidi Ho, Heidi Who,
Heidi Ha Ha, like Heidi in the whip down the street. Come on, put it on.
I will be everything but Heidi in closet.
Which I like the name, and I don't understand why Ru don't.
I think it's probably because she thinks it's a little vulgar.
How's that vulgar?
I mean, because as a person in the LGBTQ community,
have you heard some of these queens' full names?
I know.
Like Detox, I couldn't. Like, come on, Alaska Thunderfuck 5000.
I know. I mean, I don't mean like that. I guess just because you're hiding in the closet, and I guess maybe Ru just doesn't appreciate the.
Honey, I don't know.
The comedy that is that name.
I don't know. I love the name Heidi. If you choose not to change it, I'm okay. I pledge allegiance to the drag of Heidi in closet. Okay.
We got the Gap people going. Yeah.
Well, you can't really see my Gap because I have an underbite. Anyway, so let's get to them shooting the actual challenge. So Carson's directing, and when we're going through our initial work through, they made it seem like Jada was just gonna bomb.
They did.
I was so worried for Jada.
I was too. Oh my God, I was scared.
Like when they were going through, they made Jada look like she was gonna. They made a lot of girls look like they were fixing the bomb.
But I knew, like, once they put it all together in the edits that it was gonna be better, because that's how they do every season.
Yeah. But I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to get a good cut when all of them are bad. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been some challenges where
there was one this challenge. And we're looking at it right now.
I thought she did okay.
No, not that one.
I thought she did okay too.
I don't think she gave what the role needed. And we're talking about Berta and Aiden.
Because they're shooting it right now, and I was thoroughly entertained by both of them in the final product.
It was alright.
But it made them look like they were going through struggle bus, and Berta still didn't get the RAS thing right.
Yes.
I'm like, ma'am, it's not that hard. I'm afraid you got dramatic pause. Look at the camera. RAS. Not even holding it out long. You could have said it RAS. But just look at the camera. Be dramatic.
Right.
That's what they want. That's Grey's Anatomy.
They want telenovela.
That is Grey's Anatomy, honey. Oh, wrong side. I'm looking into the camera. And I went to the side it showed on. I'm like, oh, wait, my bad. Oh, say hi to Spot back there. Hi. Oh, you can't see him now. That's Spot.
Oh, yeah, he's there.
My little puppy. Had him since I was born. My auntie bought him for me the day I was born, so he is 27, just like me. Our birthday's coming up, so we'll be 28. Anyway, he'll always have a little cameo in the back, so just get used to seeing him. That's his spot. That's his spot on that couch. He sits there. He watches TV with me. He does everything else with me, too.
I really think everybody thought Aiden was going to bomb in this since she did so bad in the improv.
I'm going to cut you.
Trying to bring it back.
I was going to bring it back. I just want to tell about my puppy. It wasn't going to last too much longer, but I ought to talk about the puppy some more. Shoot. Almost got cut on national YouTube. Yes, I say national YouTube. So, we get to Elimination Day. We get to
that morning.
Yeah.
Miss Jackie Cox.
They touched on a lot of things this episode, and one of the things they touched on. Well, let me say this. I'm glad they started off lighthearted. Right. You know, Jackie talking about, whoever didn't know their lines should be in the bottom.
Shade.
You know, hella shade.
Lots of shade.
Like shade all over the world. We're shading all over the world. I felt that.
Sun was covered.
Oh, yes, honey. Yes. But then we start discussing how her mom does not know that she does drag and does not approve of her pursuing an entertainment career.
She wanted her to be a doctor.
And, you know, you see that a lot in immigrant families. Like, they push so hard for their children to be doctors, to be lawyers, to be educators. They don't see entertainment as a way of, you know, making money, providing money for your family. And you see that a lot in the African American community as well. So I could relate to that because I had a lot of dreams shut down because they weren't sports related. And with us black people, we're typically thrown into sports. If you're not playing sports, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it was irritating. So I felt where Miss Jackie was coming from. She has my heart. And when they were talking about mothers, they brought up Widow brought up her situation about her mother passing away when she was 17.
Yeah, she lost her mother early.
I can't even imagine the pain losing a parent would bring to you, especially at 17 when you're still trying to discover and understand who you are as a person. I try not to cry because I can't even imagine it at 28 what it's like not to have my mom. So it's just like, my heart reaches out for Widow. And it just makes me love Widow even more. I'm more Team Widow than ever. And, coming from the first Meet the Queens, this is a complete 180.
Complete 360.
360 would be right back where I was, ma'am.
Well, you just turned all the way around.
A complete 180. A complete 180 when it comes to Widow. I said Widow was going to go home week 1. And now she's in my top 4.
Right. And I can relate with Widow. I lost my mother at, 15? I lost my birth mother at 15. And it was difficult. It was a hard thing. I've lost both of my parents. I lost my father at 7. Lost my mother at 14. I just got lucky and had a second parent. So.
And that's one thing I love about this life. You can choose who your family is. And RuPaul say this all the time. And it doesn't even have to be part of the LGBTQ community. Us as people get to choose who our family is. Like, I consider you family.
Right.
And it's just, I think that's a beautiful thing where you can build something where nothing was. And I applaud anybody who has to go out and make their own family. Either their family is no longer with us, or their family never approved and disowned. I love the fact that we, as adults, who can make our own choices, can go out and find other people who can support and love us in everything that we're doing. That's beautiful to me, and I love that. And I love that message that comes with this show.
Right.
Love that. I love that.
You can choose your family.
Yes, you can. And then Widow also touched on the fact that she doesn't have any support from the family she does have.
Right, that they've completely just blocked her out.
And I guarantee you, she didn't state it, but I bet it's because she's gay and that she's a drag queen.
Right. And then, I didn't know she was married.
Yeah, I didn't know she was married until she said it on the show. Oh, you talk too fast. I didn't know either until she said, I'm married, I have a husband. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, she was like, my family doesn't even know that I'm married. I was
married,
like, wait,
Miss
what?
Widow? Well, Mrs. Widow, honey.
Right.
Put that R in there. Put that respect. Mrs. Widow Von Du, honey.
Yes.
Just like we got Mrs. Kasha Davis. We got Mrs. Widow Von Du. Oh, I wonder if we get to meet Mr. Widow Von Du.
Probably at the reunion.
Hopefully this pandemic has calmed down and we can go back to normal and it.
I know, because they might have to telecast it.
I know.
That would
and
really
if it gets
suck.
any worse in Texas, we'll have to do this over Skype.
Yeah.
And that's like, you might just see this face.
Oh, okay.
Be like, hi.
See how it is. Just know next time I know we have to do this. Full face. Full beat.
Jesus. Jesus is a whole biscuit. Anyway, let's get into these runway looks. First of all, RuPaul. This is the second week in a row she gave us a classic RuPaul look. And I loved it. God, you can't go wrong when Ru does Ru. Nobody can do Ru like Ru.
Nobody.
And there was a runway in season 7 when they had to do RuPaul looks.
Ooh,
that was a great runway.
Remember that?
That was a great. No, it was season 6. Yeah, because Bianca did it, so that was season 6.
Yes.
They did good, but nobody can do Ru like Ru.
And you know what's really funny about this runway look is the first thought I had was, oh, look, Bianca. Because it was a boat neck. And that's classic Bianca Del Rio.
I'm not playing with you. Let's get into these looks, honey. I'm not entertaining.
You should be happy I was paying attention.
I'm not giving this. So up first, we have Jada Essence. Oh, honey. You got to say the full name. And she gave me life. This is everything. The pink fantasy. It's Pink Friday, bitch. And I'm here.
Yes, because the runway looks was Planet of the Capes.
Yes, Planet of the Cape was the theme for this runway. I'm sorry. And
I loved it. It gave me... I can't even recall the show right now.
Up next is Berta. I actually like this look. You know, they
too.
read it. And I get where they were coming from.
That bottom could have been
I like the chapless dress situation.
If it had been the back only, I'd have been like, oh, okay, that's kind of cheeky. But it was the whole bottom. But
I do agree with them. The cape feels like an afterthought.
Yes.
The attention goes straight to the bottom of her dress.
Yeah, like she just decided to add that at the end. Like, oh wait, it's supposed to be a cape.
Jackie Cox is next. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Give me all the ham, all the turkey.
Yes. I sound like Daniel Bryan over here. Yes. I'm gonna have some sweet mashed potatoes. And everything on the side. I loved it. And then we had Jen. It was cute.
You know, she's been giving a lot of basic looks lately.
I'm like, it's cute. I ain't mad at it. She went somewhere different with the parachute, and I get it. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
It's not bad. It's not like I don't like it. It's not bad,
but I don't know. It's like expected.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said basic.
I thought I liked it. I did. Next is Gigi. Oh, good morning, Miss Good. Oh, why must she be so sickening?
Mm-hmm. And
why?
I love how she's sticking with this theme the entire season of Hello Campers.
Oh my God, I'm here for it all. Just pour it all over me. I bought the cow already. Like, it's just, Gigi. Next is Sherry Pie giving us Elvis realness. I didn't really hear this.
I didn't like the breastplate. That breastplate is killing me.
I feel like Ginger did it better. When Ginger did her Elvis-inspired look, I feel like she did it better.
Like, because my problem with this look is you have all of this body, because she's a big girl, and you got this itty chest plate, and it's sitting right smack dab.
So you feel like it should have been bigger?
Yes.
Okay, well, I didn't know where you were going with that. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, because then it would look a little bit more real, as opposed to, let me stick some titties in this dress to make me look like a woman.
I get what you're saying. I do. Next is Heidi in Closet.
I like the bodysuit.
I like it, but when she did this, it just reminded me of a look that Trinity LaTuck did in season 9 for her hometown look. That is what this is giving me. This is giving me a bad rip-off, cheap version of it. I don't like it. Well, hold on, wait, I lied. I said I liked it. Barely.
I liked the cape, but it should have went with a different outfit.
I agree with that.
That cape should have went with a different outfit.
I agree.
Instead of the cat suit, she should have did something else.
I agree. Or maybe a different cat suit.
Yes.
Up next is Crystal Method. Oh.
Goddess.
Love it.
Lana Del Rey realness.
Oh, Lana Del Rey wishes, honey. Oh. She's born to die, honey. She's sipping her Diet Mountain Dew, and she's loving her gods and monsters. All my Lana Del Rey fans, you caught those references, didn't you, honey? Woo, baby. She gave me everything I needed. Everything that I needed in this life. Next is Aiden. I like it.
I like it from the neck up.
I like it. It's just, I'm tired of that wig.
I am tired of that wig.
That's like the 12th time this season we've seen this wig.
But see, this time the wig makes sense with the outfit.
It does. I'll give her that. I will give her that.
As opposed to, I forgot to bring my other 5 wigs, so I just brought one of the 3 that I had.
Oh, maybe she don't have any other wigs.
I mean, I understand that, and you're the one who was talking about it first. I don't like those puff sleeves, though.
I like the sleeves.
I don't like those sleeves.
They've been giving me very French Revolution. She's waking up to say. That's what I'm getting from that.
It would have been different had that top been a corset.
Just from the sleeves, that's it.
If that top had been a corset, with those sleeves, I'd have been okay.
Yeah, it's okay. She can get off the screen now, bye. That's how I feel about that. Miss Widow. Yes, Ma'am.
I love those
yes,
boots.
ma'am.
You love a boot.
I love a thigh high. I love watermelon. I love a reveal. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. I love it all. This was a look.
Yes, it was.
Oh my god.
And I like the fact that her theme was watermelon.
Oh, I love it. It might have been too on the nose because she's black, but I live. I live.
But it was a cape.
It was.
And it was hollow.
It was. So we go to Nikki Doll next.
I really wish she'd kept the little fur thingy on.
At least a little bit longer. Like maybe got down to the end of the runway and then did like a turn or something and threw it off.
And then threw it off and she was going back.
Yeah, like I think I'd have been more okay with that. I agreed with the judges when they said, we felt like you took it off too early.
Mm-hmm. I like that her stockings match her skin. I'm on your page now. You influenced me.
Well, it's a very important thing to me that it match. And I know some queens of color have a harder time finding leggings and stockings and all the good stuff that matches.
Especially darker queens of color.
Yeah, and I noticed Widow has some good ones.
Widow
Do you think
she's dyeing them?
She could. I don't know.
I don't know how nylon takes dye though.
I really don't know. So we go into the actual challenge. The Gays Anatomy. In my opinion, one of the best acting challenges
I thought it was too.
The show has ever had.
Like, I was taken aback because I was just like, okay, I'm in this. I really wish it was a real show.
I know, right? I love my Grey's Anatomy, so it hit home for me.
And I liked all of the B-roll. The B-roll was freaking hilarious.
I know, like, that's when you know you got a good acting challenge, when you're not in the main storyline and it's still good.
Right.
And it's just,
I loved the B-roll. The B-roll was awesome. Everybody's acting. Once the edits were made, it was excellent. Everybody was
I
great.
can understand when Ruth said that they made this hard for them because really it fell on the runway. Because everyone did so well in the acting challenge. Even Aiden.
Yeah, even Aiden.
I actually chuckled at a couple of things Aiden said.
After the edits.
Yeah, like when we were watching the Gays Anatomy. A few of the things she said, I chuckled. When they had the threesome in the closet, I chuckled.
Right?
I was like, yes, ma'am. You better get it. Get it, ma'am. I'm sorry.
But, like, as far as acting challenges are concerned, and from what I've seen of the seasons that I've been allowed to watch, like, I've seen some...
You've been allowed to watch? Say it again?
That I've watched.
There we go. You're not gonna do me on the YouTube. You're not. Not on today, tomorrow, or next week.
But anyways, as far as like all of the acting challenges, because like while they're filming, when they show it, they do horribly, and even sometimes even after the edits, it's still garbage.
There's been a few they couldn't even save it. And with
this one,
but then again, it was probably didn't fit their story for them to do good. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Continue.
But with this one, like the edits were amazing. The show itself was amazing, and they made it very, very hard to critique them on their acting, with the exception of a few whose acting
was kind of and you could tell because they were in the bottom, but they still did a good job. They didn't do horrible. They just weren't as great as the top 6 were. Yeah, that's the way I looked at it.
Because even Nikki with her limited small,
I thought Nikki was hilarious.
She was very funny.
I don't agree with her placement. We'll get to that, but I don't agree with her placement.
I don't either. I don't agree with any of the bottom 2.
I got half of the bottom 2 right.
Well, based on the runway, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But before we continue, out of all the looks that they presented on this runway, which one was your favorite?
I have 3. Jackie Cox, Widow Fondue, and Nikki's.
Well, we agree on one, and that is Jackie Cox. What she did was that. Yes, she did. Oh my god. Oh! But anyway. But yeah, they did a great job in the challenge. So the winner of this week was Sherry Pie. She won a cash tip of $5,000. But it was taken away from her and it will be donated to the Trevor Project. Again. And I really feel like this is going to happen quite a bit this season.
She's good.
She's good.
You have to give her that.
Oh, she was hilarious in that.
Especially in the Grey's Anatomy, she was really good.
She did that.
But
honestly, I think if it wasn't for everything that's going on with her
outside of
and I knew she's disqualified, so therefore I know she won't make it to the top 4 regardless of what the edit looks like. I think I would have been all for Sherry Pie.
Right.
I feel like Sherry Pie would have been
she
that
got a lot
queen.
more screen time this week than she normally does.
She did, but that's only because of the acting challenge.
Right, and they kind of didn't have a choice.
They had no choice.
There was no way you could edit her out of this
and let
episode.
the story, the Grey's, I keep wanting to say Grey, the Grey's Anatomy story to play like it's supposed to play.
Right. Well, I mean, like with that, of course, you're going to have to. But as far as like the episode in and of itself, like they had to keep her in. She even got partial storyline a little bit in there.
Where?
When Rue came and did her little walkthrough.
She had 2 lines.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, but she got that attention, whereas we haven't seen her get that attention in previous episodes.
And I really feel like that's why we didn't get the walkthrough last week, because a lot of that attention was probably going to Sherry. Yeah,
with that horrid green outfit.
I love that outfit.
I didn't like it.
Oh, she did that.
I didn't like it.
Anyway.
That's probably why I get all the hate.
So the bottom 5 was Jada, Berta, Heidi, Crystal, and Nikki. And they get that dreaded question that I dread every season. Who do you think should go home tonight? And why? So we're going to write that. I already wrote it down. I'm going to read off what each queen said. Jada said Heidi in closet. Berta said Nikki Doll. Heidi said Nikki Doll. Crystal said Nikki Doll. Nikki Doll said Nikki Doll. And then when she was forced to choose one, she then said Heidi.
Right.
And I'm sorry, it irritates me when a queen says, you know what, based on your name, I can't go home. No, that's a cookie cutter answer. That is a safe answer. You don't want to say another person's name because you don't want that beef. You don't want that smoke. Now, Trick, who do you want to go home and why?
I think she kind of signed her own little...
To me, that was her trying to play it safe. Well, I did do bad. You should pick me. I picked me. No, bitch, no. We don't accept that answer. And I'm glad Rue made her pick. No, besides yourself, and you saw Rue wasn't having it. Besides yourself, who would you pick? Say Heidi's name. Say her name. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Mike Spikes.
So anyway, we get to the bottom 2, which was Heidi in closet and Nikki Doll. Was this your bottom 2 you had? Who was your bottom 2 that you had?
If it was based off of those outfits, then it would have been Heidi and Aiden. I didn't like Aiden's outfit at all.
But I feel like her acting is what saved her from getting in the bottom.
Her acting is what saved her from being in the bottom.
But out of the 5 bottom that were standing there...
Yeah, right. That was what it was then.
Oh, really? I said Berta and Heidi. I really thought Nikki was enjoyable.
But Berta wasn't even in that 5.
Yes, she was. I laughed. Remember? Berta was in the bottom 5.
She was.
Remember they said they didn't like her little dress chap situation.
They didn't like the chap thingy. And then it probably should have been Berta and Heidi there.
That's who I wrote down, because I wrote it down here, Berta, Heidi, and then it was actually Heidi and Nikki. And they lip synced to one of my favorite songs, I'm not gonna lie. And I heard the song is so long, so it was so nice to hear that song. It was Heart to Break by Kim Petras. I can never say her last name correctly. Petra. Please forgive me. But I love that song. She's amazing. Go stream her music. I do all the time. I felt like Heidi was holding back in that lip sync. I don't think Heidi gave us full Heidi. I think she knew she could out lip sync Nikki. Mm-hmm. So she only did the bare minimum to out sync Nikki. Yeah. I feel like Heidi could have went in for the jugular.
Yeah, because she did do good in that B challenge last week.
I feel like she held back. She's like, I'm not going to show all my tricks right now. I'm just going to do a little pop, slide, wig off, wig back on situation.
Mm-hmm. And she did that so slick.
I'm so happy because usually queens, when the wig fall off, they just throw it away. Now Heidi said, I'm going to put that back on. Swoop. Hello.
So we don't see all that duct tape.
But at the end of the lip sync,
Miss Nikki Doll
had to sashay away. And although I don't agree with the bottom two, out of the two and out of the lip sync, I think Nikki should have went from that lip sync.
From that lip sync alone, yes.
Do I think she should have been a bottom two? No. RuPaul, we can fight. This is 2 weeks in a row now. I will never forgive you for Rockham. Never.
Yeah, Rockham was
Justin from Rockham. Season 13. 13? 13. Season 13. Don't be a coward. Put her on season 13. I don't want an All-Stars. I want her having another chance. You gave it to Vanjie. You gave it to Shangela. And you gave it to, what's that girl named Cuckoo? Cynthia Lee Fontaine. You gave them all second chances. I was kind of shocked about the Cynthia one. I'm not gonna lie. The other ones I saw coming. Mm-hmm. And she openly invited Eureka back when she hurt herself. Mm-hmm. She's like, you have an open invitation for next season due to you being hurt.
Mm-hmm. And then she probably got...
She probably got what?
Booty.
Booty?
Booted.
Booted from what?
Show.
The second time around?
Yeah.
She made it to top 3.
Well, I don't know.
Yes, honey, she was top 3. That's why I said I'm like, watch her. And that would have been cool for a comeback queen to win. The comeback queen never wins.
No.
And I would have loved to see that. Showing, yeah, you failed the first time. Well, in her case, she got hurt. Mm-hmm. But you can pick yourself back up
fell.
And do it all over again. You can try again, like Miss Aaliyah says. But like I said, overall, great episode. I enjoyed this episode.
It was a great episode.
Compared to last week's episode, I loved this episode.
Yes.
It gave me everything I needed. It gave me that ooh-ah-ah sensation, honey.
I've never heard that.
Oh, wait, you haven't watched season 10? No, 11. 11, yeah. You ain't watched season 11.
No.
You don't know what the ooh-ah-ah sensation is?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh. If I find a spare $20, I guess I'll have to purchase it. Somebody else will reap the benefits.
You've been reaping the benefits. We're not going to have this conversation on camera.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap things up. We want to thank you so much for watching. LACRESHA, where can they find you?
I am Cresha McGill everywhere. On Twitter and YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
And tell her to make more TikToks. She ain't made one in like 12 years.
Since Christmas.
12 years. Anyway, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SimplyDesmond. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. And we will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.